real quick, let's I wanted to hear you guys take on this Odyssey Jones thing because I did cover it,
Oh,
but
Odyssey.
what's and if there's any updates, because the last I heard was that he was supposedly fired from WWE, but I haven't seen any confirmation on that yet. So
The only people that have reported that he's been fired that I know of is Brian Alvarez,
yeah,
Dave Meltzer, I believe, which they're usually those two guys are on the same field aspect of things.
and they're both usually just as wrong as each other.
Yeah. And shit, there was one other person I can't remember who it was. But the thing of the fact of the matter is that it wouldn't surprise me. WWE fires people for accusations right away. I mean, they don't usually like to wait.
Enzo's
a good example.
Yeah, he's the quintessential example.
Velveteen Dream's another one.
Yeah, no charges were ever brought up on Velveteen, right?
Nope. Yeah, but after he left, he got charged with a lot of shit. He was fucking up left and right. Robbery, breaking and entering. A lot of fucked up shit.
What like wasted potential?
Drug charges. Like
now, and thankfully for that apology tour that he did just recently. That's one of our intros for the P.U.W.F. So now he's just going around apologizing. He apologized to Triple H. He apologized to Shawn Michaels. He apologized to the company, and now he's doing indie shows. Just going around,
maybe he's on his way back.
Oh yeah, everyone is.
He's doing it the right way though. Let's be honest. He's not just going on like internet rants and going WWE fired me. Like he could do that.
No,
he's not.
He's going on the tangent more or less to where he's apologizing, saying he fucked up. He let his fans down. He let his family down. He let his friends down, and he did wrong things. And the only thing he can do is apologize, move forward, and try to make right with it.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't hate on that.
I think
that's what he said.
I think it was a cover up. I think it's because they still haven't filed no charges against him, but then at the same time, Mickey Bella got in that situation.
But he didn't say he didn't do it either.
Yeah.
He just apologized.
No, I think he did. He did deny the pedophile allegations.
No, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it no more. He's saying that he fucked up, apologized for it, didn't admit to it per se, but he pretty much said, I fucked up, did wrong things, and I'm suffering for it, but I apologize for them.
Yeah, I think he's not talking about the pedophile stuff, Danny. I think he's talking about the other stuff, the drug charges and all that shit.
No, I think he's talking about that too. He sent a dick pic to an underage girl.
I specifically remember him coming out and saying that the allegations were false. Like I remember
that was in the very beginning, but this is later on.
Yeah, this apology tour video just came out like two and a half months ago, I think. Yeah, 2.5 months.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out. I didn't see it, so
and if he did, I mean, he fucked up and sent a dick pic to a fucking 16-year-old or a 17-year-old. Okay. Did you know she was that age? Or did that come out afterwards?
Well, that's a very imperative question. It's important. You gotta know, because that would change my take on it. Obviously, if he knows, then he's a predator.
Yep.
Yeah, but if he doesn't know and he did it because he thought she was 18, which, I mean, let's be honest, girls nowadays, you really can't tell their age.
Yeah. Well, also let's be honest. It does make him an idiot still, as a person on TV who's notable figure. You shouldn't be sending your cock pics out to just random people.
True.
So it makes him an idiot, but that doesn't mean you should necessarily be fired. Like look at Seth Rollins had some pictures leaked at one point.
Oh, look at Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso.
How many DUIs did he have?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff
like
Hardy.
three or four in 2 years.
Jeff Hardy
Never lost his job.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hardy's another one. I mean, he had a lot of problems.
Joe, that's where I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I get the feeling that WWE with this whole Odysee Jones situation, just to loop it back to that, I get the feeling they're actually just waiting. They're waiting for like more information because I don't think they want another Enzo situation. You know what I mean?
love the fact how Monday Night Raw came and they didn't mention shit about Odyssey Jones. You had Kofi Kingston in the back talking to Nick, talking to
About a tag match.
Pierce, trying to get a tag team title match.
It's like, listen, New Day's gonna be on for a little while longer.
That's right.
Yeah, we want these tag titles.
I didn't know the Odysee Jones thing was happening at that time, so I thought it was playing into the storyline of where Kofi was going to come out and go, "Oh, Xavier, it's actually me and Odysee."
No, they did that shit to swerve everybody to get them off Odyssey.
Why wouldn't they just take New Day off TV just in general? And I'm kind of pissed because they were going to something interesting with Xavier turning.
Yeah, because if I see another AOP match, I'm gonna lose it.
What, AOP and New Day?
Yes, they wrestle like 10 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah.
By the way, I should mention that Odysee Jones was taken off the Superstar page on WWE.com, but
that was on Sunday.
Yeah, and then but you can still find clips of him if you type in Odysee Jones on the website.
Yeah,
it's all the stuff he's been doing still pops up. So they're not like washing him. They're not Benoiting him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still find Benoit stuff on WWE Network on Peacock
if you type it in, right?
No,
I'm sure if you go to the pay-per-views, I'm sure the matches are on there.
Every match you can watch it. Every match you've been watching, you can watch it.
But if you type in Chris Benoit, it doesn't pop up, right?
No, I mean I'm talking on Peacock. If you go on Peacock, you could watch every single Benoit.
No. Sorry, what I'm asking is if you specifically type in Chris Benoit on Peacock, does it come up? Does his matches come up?
Hold on, I'll check right now.
You know what? You're right. I could do that myself.
I got my second phone. I can do it on.
Let's see who does it quicker.
I got to find the cock first.
I'll real live race on the show.
Peacock. I don't know where the Peacock is on my phone. Cock B, where you at?
Oh,
what are you looking for?
What?
I got it here, Joe. So I just do right here. No. I guess I just do it in the search. Chris Benoit.
All right, you do that. I'm going to go to WWE.com and look it up.
Chris Benoit. Can you specifically search on the WWE stuff?
Yeah.
Where the fuck do you do that?
On Peacock, yeah.
Yeah, right here, right? Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, it doesn't come up.
There you go.
Chris Benoit does not come up.
I typed in Chris Masters and they came up with Chris Jericho. Typed in Chris Benoit and they came up with Chris Masters and Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like, hey, would you rather watch these other guys? They're named
Here's
Chris.
some Chris's. Here's some Chris's for you.
Did you mean Chris Jericho?
It's very weird.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up then.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, domestic violence.
Oh yeah. Final take on Odysee Jones.
If he did it, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
You don't want a woman beater in your organization.
Right.
Bad for publicity and stuff. But if he didn't, like Alex, myself, and D-Walk talked about the other day, he should lean into it.
Yeah.
I even brought up the fact that he should be like an Andy Kaufman and only fight women.
Oh, you mean like make it part of his gimmick?
Yeah, make it part of his gimmick and wrestle on the indie circuit and use it for like MLW or Japan or Mexico, AAA.
Have a woman with a black eye somewhere, like always hanging around him with just like a bloody towel, but yet he doesn't have blood on him.
Listen, I know this sounds. I know this sounds crazy because it's in the moment now, and we don't even know. We don't have any evidence or anything anyway. But if it is true, does he deserve forgiveness? And you got to remember, like, for instance, Stone Cold Steve Austin, my favorite wrestler ever, was charged with domestic violence himself.
Oh, yeah. I remember that day. That was with Deborah.
Yeah. So it's like, it kind of comes down to, like, is it even our place? Isn't it more the victim to forgive?
He didn't get fired for that either.
Yeah. Would you fire Stone Cold?
He was running from the police.
I know.
In his truck. They had him on the phone. Deborah and the police had him on the phone while he was running.
Stone Cold Steve Austin ain't stopping, goddammit.
I'll turn around, step a mud hole in you.
I come and stop a mud hole in your ass.
You ain't kidding me. What?
With a six-pack in his hand.
Yeah. I'll say my thing about domestic violence because you guys are having fun and I'm enjoying this. Domestic violence is bad. Woman on men is bad. Man on woman is bad. And the fact that if he thought he can get away with it, this is the internet. This is 2024. You can't hide anything. Right. You can't.
And Alex, this is why we don't want biological men competing in women's sports.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the P.U.W.F, the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. I want to thank Crishaun the Don for giving us the pleasure and the honor and the privilege for hanging out with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Double standard.
Of course. Hey, listen, I thank you guys for giving me the time out of your schedules. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on and enlightening us with the podcast for unappreciated wrestling fans. You should be appreciated, goddammit.
And hey, Crishaun, also, to go on the domestic violence tangent as well, Rich Swann for TNA was went after for domestic violence as well, and he just got arrested recently for public intoxication, breaking and entering because he broke into somebody's house that he thought it was his house because he was so drunk, and then berating a woman.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Well,
but he's still hired.
Domestic violence, often I think of the Chris Rock bit where he goes, no man should ever hit a woman, but I understand.
Hey, but look, you know what I mean? True story, RIP to my uncle. Before he passed away, he said, if you ever want to hit a woman, you hit her on top of the head with hammer style. Bam.
Did you read that? Did you cover the one thing about Odysee Jones, about the letter that came out? From the
I didn't.
Anonymous source?
Oh, the tweets and stuff that was saying that
it was like repetitive. Yeah, it was like repetitive over and over again. It felt like it was something that was like AI generated.
I started thinking that not the AI. I started thinking that it sounded like a crazed person more than it was like. But it could also just be somebody who's trying to get their story out. How else do you do that other than look crazy sometimes?
Yeah.
So it's again one of those things that I leave in, like, I'm not going to make a judgment on either side until I see more evidence come out.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
That's the best way to do it. And also, I don't believe in domestic violence.
No. It's a no.
Unless she gets a little lippy, then you got to...
Hey, she might be one of those freaky types that likes it.
Hey.
Eat some cake anime.
That's why
there's some women out there that like it.
I know.
That's why I always go for the choke, because you can always go, no, it's a sexual thing.
That's why I use silk ties.
Hey, if the camera was on, you just see my head going back and forth, like, oh god, this just looks like every Saturday.
It's chicks that's getting. I ain't gonna lie, but look, it's chicks that get punched in the eye still by "I love you."
Oh my god!
I've seen it. I've seen it in person.
What do you say to a woman that has two black eyes?
Nothing. You told her twice.
There you go.
He's my
You already told her twice.
That's all I can say right here.
Boy,
you hand her a pair of sunglasses and tell her, wear these.
So you had a run-in with a cabinet.
Please.
The old medicine cabinet.
Joe took it a step darker, though. Joe, come on, man. Too darker.
You can't say that with your camera off. It just feels ominous.
Joe, you crossed the line.
It fucking does.
Oh,
man.